सो व्हाट इज अप गाइस, कैसे आप सब। और आज हम खेलने वाले हैं द वॉच डॉग्स लीजन। स्वागत है मेरे चैनल पर एचजीएस गेमर। और आज हम कंटिन्यू करने वाले द वॉच डॉग्स लीजन का अगला एपिसोड। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। और हमें लोकेशन दिया गया है मैप में, तो एज पर हम लोग उधर जाने वाले हैं। लेट्स सी ट्रैक set the waypoint. Hold on this time. Let's take this back.
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. You're listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to be here. Parents is not going well.
Again? Well, there has been some news about DedSec, the resistance and/or terrorist organisation, delete according to preference. Not preference, sorry, delete according to whether or not you work for the government serves, Bloom, the Kellys or Albion. According to a service,
Let's go.
DedSec is no longer a threat.
अंदर जाना है ना?
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
That is about what I was expecting. Can't be too careful in times like this.
Done now.
One of Sabine's, are you?
Open now.
I'll see you downstairs later then.
Good. Now let's see what we have.
Let's check.
Hello? Must be a way to get the power back on.
Power back on. Power up the safe. Power restart the dead safe. Okay. Auxiliary power.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Enough. I have clearance from Sabine.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
The public thinks DedSec was behind the bombings. So who set them up?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Let's take it.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Definitely synchronized. How did you get out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
And that goes for anyone who joins DedSec. I would like to have, but you're asking me to put everything on the line.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
You're right. I'm in. Let's get to work.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec.
You're welcome. DedSec.
Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are...
Tech upgrades. Tech points can be found throughout the London. Use them to the purchase tech upgrades, gadgets and weapons. Purchase tech in the tech menu. To obtain and upgrade gadgets, weapons and hacks. Equipping tech. To change an operative weapon or a gadget, use the edit function in the team menu. Purchase tech is available to all operatives. Okay.
For items in your DedSec kit.
तो टेक मेनू में स्पाइडर बॉट लेते हैं स्पाइडर बॉट मिशन रिस्टार्ट द डेडसेक मिशन ओके अभी कहाँ करना है टीम मेनू में अच्छा टीम मेनू है ना डेडसेक देखिएगा इसका
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
ये ठीक है क्या? हाँ ये ले लेते हैं दिस इनर वेयर का ले ये ठीक है बाय बैग्स नो बैग ये बाय करते हैं इस पे वार्डरोब में देखते हैं वार्डरोब में कुछ तो रहेगा नो आउटफिट्स
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact.
Combat training. Now let's do the combat training.
That's it!
You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point.
That's it! You're getting it!
Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance.
Perfect combat.
Nice one!
Come on. Dodge. अरे यार dodge नहीं किया ये ले dodge करना है बस dodge क्यों नहीं हो रहा dodge से तो सेफ है। Now where do we go now? Combat spider bot. ये क्या मिशन है?
Today we're talking about policing. By consent or by force.
मिशन मैप में देखते हैं अभी तक दिया।
Ever since the Robert Hill case with the police force as we know it in 1879, London has relied on electrical...
You're listening to The Bug.
Making us nausea, vomiting and headaches. You're listening to The Bug, the Resistance comedy show brought to you by the Buccaneer Network. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice.
I'm excited to...
Right, gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
Okay.
Oh, Andy, that surgeon's a real threat,
is the
waggling
mission
that
now?
knife at me, trying to knock me out. They call us...
Okay, let's get started.
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
That's Albion's plan. Much easier to trample people's freedoms when they fear everything. They never even see it.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
Yes, this is what I'm here for.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Let's set chapter started.
Is it the soul of Sky Larson imploding into its own vacuum? May well be. Is it the ego of Nigel Cass that is now so big that it's sucked all the light in the universe into itself? I think that is most likely. Is that, but we'll never give up, Bug fans. This resistance will never die. No one.
पहला जाना है सेट द ट्रैक waypoint कर दिया है
We will again be free. Free from these technological chains, free to choose our own futures, free to live our own lives, free to waste our time watching people bake cakes and dance badly again. Those were the days. Before we go, time for a quick bug off. I'm going to nominate this week Sky Larson here at the Bug. We are all in favour of strong, powerful women. And in many ways, Sky is the ultimate feminist icon, proving that women can do just as abominably awful things to this planet as men. I mean, overall, Alex, I think we're still as men, but you lot are catching up. Fair play to you. You're listening to the Bug.
Than the British pound. I feel like hope is an expensive thing to buy these days.
Right. I mean, is it all pointless? What we got any points? But then again, I've spent almost all of my life doing pointless things like watching sport, thinking about sport, thinking about watching sport, learning French and for a better future. Completely pointless. But yeah, I've done it, so we might as well carry on. Is there a light at the end of the tunnel? Yes, I think there is. Unfortunately, what is that light? Is it an
ज़्यादा ज़रूरी नहीं है अभी हम स्कैन करना पड़ेगा ऊपर जाना पड़ेगा District areas, other dangerous. They are marked in the minimap. Trespasser will be attacked on site. Press B to scan the area and reveal the scouting opportunities. Hijack reveal cameras and drones to the scout use traps. Use stealth to avoid combat. Press C to couch. Captains will be reinforcements. If they detect you, eliminate them before they do.
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Albion has taken over the courts. London's justice system is broken. They can arrest anyone and send them to jail as they please.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Eliminate करने के चक्कर में ओहो होना नहीं अपन से शिट डिस्ट्रैक्ट किया इसको अभी टेक डाउन अबे यार उधर एक पहले तो उसको अनलॉक करना होगा लिंक को अनलॉक ही नहीं किया गया अभी अनलॉक हो गया लेट्स गो नाउ
What do we have, Bagley?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the hell?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on.
दूसरा मिशन का है यस
On them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.
आगे जा
Count on it, you've got the boys reality. Alice, what do you bench?
I bench body weight.
Right.
Well, not my body weight.
Okay.
Body weight of a baby.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail. Just
It's very
body weight.
impressive. People look at me and go, "Where did you get that baby?"
Yeah. You are listening to the world.
In this week's Truth official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS, and I am not sure that I agree with this, Annie. I don't think 90% of Londoners ever in the history of London ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners to agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of raw liquid feces. And they expect us to believe that everyone agrees CTOS is better than not choking on shit mist.
Maybe they spent 98% of one specific London who bought shares in Bloom before its tentacles grew to every crevice of the country. I mean, this is not just...
पीछे गाड़ी की तो बात नहीं कोई अभी जाना किधर
Albion's marking their territory. They've put their imagery on every building, screen and street corner. They want to remind everyone that they're in charge.
There's going to be that much less once you're done here. Let's give Camden a break from these eyesores.
I'm on it.
बहुत जाना आगे चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं लेट्स चलो इधर ही है आगे बढ़ो सॉरी चल आगे बढ़
If you hijacked that scissor lift, you could use it to access the rooftop.
Control up. Okay. Up. Destroy. दिखा जाना है इधर. Climb plus hold to climb pipes. इनका जो पाकर है ना तो स्टंट्स कर मैंने होल्ड करा होल्ड साइमल्टेनियसली ओके
A reminder that any modifications or installation of illegal programs to your optic is a punishable offence. It compromises your security and the security of London.
and we shall never surrender. Yes, that check will never surrender it because that's awesome. That's a cool thing. That's big one.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
Mission started. Canadian call.
We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
I need the coordinates.
जाने देनी चाहिए कार वो कार मंगाता पैचर let's go let's
Objective voice of objection for a most objectionable world. Hello, Bugsters. Welcome to The Bug, the comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already immovably concrete face of modern Britain. I'm Andy, I bench 480, and I can crack a tree in half just by looking at it. Can I? Well, what is reality? Alice, what do you bench?
I bench body weights.
Right.
Well, not my body weight.
Okay.
Body weight of a baby.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to give that kind of detail.
It's
Just
very
body-
impressive. People look at me and go, where did you get that baby?
Yeah. You are listening to The Bug.
In this week's Truth News, according to an official poll, 98% of Londoners are very happy with CTOS. And I am not sure that I agree with this, Andy. I don't think 98% of Londoners have ever in the history of London ever agreed on anything. You could not get 98% of Londoners
To agree that oxygen was better than breathing a fog of warm liquid safety.
let's talk about
I heard you need some help. What's the problem?
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion? Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
We're doing what we must. If we stay complacent, soon Albion will be too established to remove. What's your intel?
Almost got clip finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
Too right.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
That's our move then.
next reach the King's Cross question okay let's mark it अच्छा इधर
The Bug. Objective voice of objection for a most objectionable world. Hello, Bugsters. Welcome to The Bug, the comedy show that holds up the Medusa of satire to the already immovably concrete face of modern Britain.
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King...
Getting to that generator ain't gonna be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw.
Any suggestions?
My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid-powered generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
Let's check it out. Look at this.
Cool, looks bloody complicated. News he's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system. That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
It should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
Here we go.
That's called a fireball of the dead sea.
Right! Go for it, DedSec!
We got a gold mine of information out of St. Pancras. Albion convoys, informants, gear, you name it. Everything we need to ignite the people of London, like we did in Camden. Derail Albion's operations and give the people a reason to rise up, borough by borough. The more we do that, the more we'll get allies flocking to the cause. We'll show London that DedSec is here for them.
Yeah, always.
That was off the chain, mate. I knew DedSec weren't the bad guys Albion was saying. Now the rest of Camden will too. Thanks.
Thank you.
Now that you've shown the borough what DedSec is really all about, there are going to be folks wanting to join up. A lot of people have been looking for a way to fight back. In fact, there's one in particular I suspect will contact you very soon. I happen to know they're chomping at the bit.
They are welcome to join. We have a lot of work ahead of us to save London.
Uprising rewards. DedSec support. Complete the borough activities to increase the DedSec support. Londoners in definite boroughs are more willing to join DedSec tech points. Remaining tech points will be revealed on the map when a borough becomes definite skilled recruits. Okay. चलो Canadian uprising. Hold to swap. Okay.
Welcome to DedSec. With you on board, we'll be unstoppable.
Oh, yes. Been waiting my whole damn life to kick some bollocks.
Great.
New recruit. Mission started. Reporting for duty.
Well, fuck me, you're still alive. I owe Sabine a tenner. Not only that, but your resistance handiwork just opened up a whole new source of information. So now I spy with my hypothetical eye something interesting at the Ministry of Civic Management.
What is it?
The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
Okay. So आज का हम कंप्लीट करते हैं यहाँ एपिसोड और नेक्स्ट एपिसोड हम खेलेंगे अगले टाइम. सो तब तक के लिए बाय एंड तब तक लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो और शेयर करो इस वीडियो को. चलो बाय.